What is up, everybody? Good morning and welcome back to Horrific Visions. Today we are going to unlock the remaining 3 masks that we didn't unlock last week. So as you can see, we have 4 masks currently unlocked in this area. We have 1 equipped. I'm choosing to do this with the Mask of the Dark Imagination just because it makes it pretty easy. Don't have to worry about any mechanics or anything like that. I would probably recommend doing this with that one as well. But just to do and unlock these masks, you just need to have 1 mask active. So that's all you really need to do. Doesn't matter which one. I just would recommend not using Mask of the Long Night. So right here, we are going to go over to this left-hand side, see that the bad potion is going to be red. So we know that the good potion is going to be blue. I will put a little cheat sheet in the description below as well, so you know which potions are bad and which corresponding ones are going to be good. So and then we will go over to the right-hand side of this area over here, and we're going to focus on getting Gammon. So we'll kill Barkeep Morag right here. And I've actually did this like my first one, and then I just goofed tremendously, so I had to re-record. So I've technically already done this, and I already have my Nemesis Shard, but you would click this axe on the table here. You would have an extra dialogue box right here. Gammon would spawn, you'd kill him, you'd loot him, and you would get your Nemesis Shard that you combine with the one that you got from Hogger last week, if you've seen my previous video. So you'll combine the two, and that will be your first mask that you complete this week. So now we just have to focus on clearing the lost areas with a mask active. So as you can see, we have 1 Nemesis Shard there. The other one is in my bags as well. And we will go over to the drag. Right here, Annihilator Lock Hall. Just dodge the purple swirlies, and then he will use Dark Force, which is just that frontal. Make sure you don't get hit by that. That will do some sanity to you and be a bad time. Once you kill him, Garona will be on the ground right here. You want to just make sure to wait here and help her up. You can't really get a whole lot done in the meantime. If you're with another person, or you're doing these like duos or something like that, you could have someone wait on her and someone else go ahead and start killing all these mobs. But for me, I just wait on her and go from there. So we're going to go ahead and just break all these barricades to these various buildings. We'll go to the tailoring shop here first, making sure to kill this named mob, Snang right here. He is just kind of annoying because you just have to wait behind and kill him for no reason. We'll keep destroying these, and on higher mask runs, you definitely want to be focusing those Dominators. They have a very, very scary cast, so I believe it stuns you, at least it did back in the day, so make sure that if you are on higher mask difficulty, you save a kick for those, stops, all that sort of stuff, because those are going to be the mobs that give you the most issue. Once you break all the barricades, you can just go stand over by this boss. If this boss isn't spawning, you probably missed a barricade somewhere, so just make sure that you get all of them. And this guy on higher mass difficulties is going to have, this shield is very, very big, or it can get very, very scary. And then this Void Torrent, just make sure that you are moving in a circle around the boss, and as you can see, I dodged all of the little bolts there. Going right into this next wing, this is kind of the scary wing. So if you have any kind of any extra power that you can get in this wing, this is going to be the place to get it. The madness this week is really, really annoying, so yeah, it's just going to be terrible. As you can see, my screen actually gets this little purple border around it, which means that the split personality is going to happen, and this bone crusher here will actually headbutt me. So if you get a bad timing on that, you can get knocked into your split personality and it will disorient you. So just make sure that you are kind of pulling around that. I like to do this Venom Weaver over onto the left-hand side here because he just does casting. There's no need for, you don't get knocked around or anything like that with him. And as you can see, we will go into this Mine Hunter here. Toxic Breath, kind of just chilling, and then we'll dodge some of the purple or the green swirlies on the ground. Make sure that you dodge those. Very easy mini boss. Going up here, there's going to be another Bone Crusher. As you can see, my screen goes purple there, so we know the split personality is going to come out. I feel like there's a space right here, but it still disorients me, so careful about this on ramps, but there should be a space to walk out of those. Rexar is where you want to pop all of your cooldowns. Pop anything that you can to make this fight go quicker. As you can see, I pop meta here too, so we're just going to make sure to have enough damage for these boars. Make sure that we interrupt the quills where we can. and he's actually going to do a stampede as well, so make sure you keep the boars under control, keep stops on them, and blast Rexar as fast as humanly possible. We're going to take the portal back to the beginning, and we actually don't lose sanity during this entire RP process. So as you can see, I'm sitting at 485 right there. That's why we take this back to the initial part of the dungeon, just because we get a ton of distance and we don't lose sanity while we're in that animation. So very, very nice. We will kill a couple more mobs over here, making sure to take care of this horrific figment, and then go up towards the left-hand side of Orgrimmar. Right here, we're going to kill these elementals that are just outside this next area. Get that all taken care of, and then go towards the mini-boss here. This guy just does a frontal charge, so you want to get out of the way of that. He will use Surging Fist, so we'll just move quickly, let him kind of go past us, and then he'll shoot out Decimator. Decimator will come back as well, so just make sure that you dodge in a straight line. We could go to the left-hand side, but there's RP associated with that, so we're going to skip that for now. And we're going to go over to the next lost area. This is going to, again, have split personality associated with it, so when our screen goes purple, we know we are in trouble and we need to stand still. This area, I think less movement is typically better. It just makes it kind of annoying, but this mini-boss will actually throw you. So right there, he just chucked me across the encounter area. It looks like he chucks me over the split personality, though, so it doesn't seem like that stuns you anymore, but it is possible that will happen. So if you have a choice between pulling that boss with split personality or not, you can always just wait for that to go off. And then my screen goes purple here again, so we know we're going to have to dodge and walk out. We just stand still and then walk out the little space between. And you have to kill everything in this area with the exception of the 2 Dominators and the other guy on over there. On the right, I guess the left, right in front of me, whatever direction that was. So you don't have to kill those. And on higher mass difficulties, again, we want to do as few Dominators as possible, so don't worry about that. I run into split personality like a moron, and Sanguine Residue is just some little swirlies on the ground that you have to get rid of. Visceral Fluid, again, more swirlies that you have to get out of, but just make sure to be moving when that actually comes out because they hit the ground really, really quick. As you can see, we have triggered the final boss here for this area. We'll get split personality, making sure to go out of the left-hand side of it so that we can avoid getting disoriented. Defiled Ground comes out, which is a frontal. Make sure you stand out of that. Unleashed Corruption is more little swirlies to dodge, and then those balls are also spawned and will shoot outwards away from the boss. So if you're range, make sure that you, or like if you're ranged and you're using like the tank assist, like homie, like little helper homie, make sure that you are standing close to the boss because dodging everything when you're close to the boss is much, much easier than dodging those balls at range, at least in my experience. So as you can see, I'm 661 item level, nothing crazy as far as gear is concerned. This should be pretty doable. I also have 2 orbs left and I'm at like full sanity, so yeah, this should be very, very doable for most characters on the day of releasing this. And this area is very, very easy as well. So if you get to this point, even if you're low on sanity or if you have like 1 bar of sanity left, you should be fine. This area really doesn't do anything, so this is the chill area out of the entire run. Everything else up to this point is much, much harder than this area is. There's no like big kicks, there's no stuns, there's not any like CC abilities coming off of these mobs, nothing to explain or anything like that. So you can take your time in this area, chill out, you know, it'll be okay. And this boss doesn't spawn until you click that last totem, so me being the fool that I am, I just skip this conversion totem, and we'll get into this next boss. This guy has a couple things that will show up on the Thrall fight, so we'll get this Hopelessness cast. This will knock the soul out of my body, and we have to just go collect this little yellow orb, and then we will be unsilenced. You also just want to dodge waves. That's the whole boss. That's really it. And now that we've cleared the entire dungeon, we are going to go into Thrall, and we're going to see a lot of familiar mechanics on him as well. So this is probably, I would probably recommend going into this fight with about 400 sanity if you can, 400 to 500. If you do it perfectly, then good for you. That's fine. But yeah, we will have to deal with these void boars, so make sure that you kill those instantly. I'm just going to sanity restoration orb because I'm like, why not? I don't want to like risk being a moron and getting knocked here. So we'll take out the void orbs, dodge the defiled ground, which is the frontal, and then we'll get that hopelessness cast, so we know we have to track down a little yellow orb. Thrall jumps to the center, so outside is going to be safe here. I actually dash right into it though, and I dash into the defiled ground, and I get the other circle. So not my proudest moment. You would avoid those though if you could. We'll break the shield here. We'll get another defiled ground, which is a frontal. Then we'll get another hopelessness cast, which means we have to track down that little yellow orb to get unsilenced. He'll jump in the center. Center is dark, so we'll stand on the outside of the room. Dodge the defiled ground, which is that frontal, and as soon as the center becomes safe, we'll step in that. And that's how you kill Thrall. And now we are just going to go into the loot room, loot all of our masks, and show you what that's like. But yeah, quick shout out to all the new subscribers, everyone that's been supporting the channel. I really, really appreciate you guys. It's been crazy just to see how many people are appreciating the content, so I'll try and keep it up. So we'll put these 2 Nemesis shards together. We will create the mask of the Nemesis. We'll loot over here and get the mask of the Burned Bridge, and then we will also go over here and get the mask of the Daredevil. So I hope that was helpful for you guys. Let me know what you guys want to see next. Leave a like on the video if you liked it, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.